day. From Soldier Field in Chicago, it's a special New Year's Eve edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Nick Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Mayfield's throw into the hands of Hooper. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Fields on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Cohen. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Throwing again on second down. Fields. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. They tried to throw on second down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Come on now. Let's do this.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Landry. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms, because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. Austin Hooper hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Take it in at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Quickly into the hands of Beckham. The numbers for Beckham in last week's effort. 5 catches, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Browns add on to their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line. Steps away to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now Fields. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Back to throw, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Browns drive about to get started. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point safely through, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a round, too.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Forced out to his left. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking
touchdown. That's caught. Tariq Cohen with his second touchdown here in this first half. Then the Bears cut into that lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right after. The Browns drive about to get started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. On third down, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield over the middle to Beckham. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. To throw, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
Well, you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Well, the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Well, he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On first down, it's Fields. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. We now proceed to the start of the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Now a first down throw. Fields dancing to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Here's 2nd and a yard. Fields being chased out left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Here's Fields. Steps away to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now it's Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. To throw is Fields. And he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7. And that almost makes it a brand new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He's at the 40. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play that time for Cleveland.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Play fake. Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Robert Quinn make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Mayfield. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Mayfield. Touchdown, Browns. Odell Beckham, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. To throw again on second down. Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll lead here to a third down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. That's complete. It's Daz Newsome. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Darnell Mooney the target there. But it'll be 2nd down. Buying time to his left.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
To the air again, Fields. Swings this out here for Cohen.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Bears have made it a one-score game again. Here the 4th.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Tackle made by Delano Hill. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And again, it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Mayfield now. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away.
Fielded at about the 28.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The Bears now ready to take over again. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
And they do finally get him at the 12. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Throw left side complete. That's Hansen. Touchdown, Bears! A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Well, they had guts to go for that, and they got it. Now, if you're the defense, you feel some major pressure, don't you?
Well, they put it on you, haven't they? They've told you you are the unit they believe in. We'll find out now if they can make it hold up. But, boy, just going for it in that spot.
I know, right?
Amazing.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Mayfield and the offense now. Down by 1. 1:55 remaining. And no other way to say it. They have blown a big lead, but a chance to rescue things late. Into the hands of Beckham. 7 yards to pick up there. Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can. He's got Landry. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
Mayfield to throw.
Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Dancing to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Being chased out left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And one last throw here for Fields. This for all the marbles. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the